All right, let's talk about the growing concern and a growing mystery in the Dominican Republic. In the last 18 months, at least 10 Americans have died while visiting the Caribbean nation, 3 of them from our area. Families say they aren't getting any answers, so now the FBI is joining the investigation. News 4's Pei-Sze Cheng is live in the newsroom with the latest for us. Pei-Sze.
Natalie, certainly troubling, so many deaths with no real common thread or cause. Some people have reportedly died after drinking from the hotel minibars. Some people have died with fluid in their lungs. Different clues with no official conclusions.
This island paradise is facing greater scrutiny as more Americans die under mysterious circumstances. The latest person to come forward is Annette Weddington, mother of Bronx resident Terrence Richmond. Her suspicions raised because of conflicting information.
Told me he was hiking and that he fell and had a heart attack. This is what they told me. And I did not buy that because I knew that he was healthy.
Weddington says her son taught gymnastics and jogged 3 times a week. He visited the Dominican Republic last year.
The autopsy said that he had a fractured skull. He had been kicked in his back. His knuckles were bruised like he had been fighting. This is what the autopsy report says. But the death certificate says he died from a heart attack.
A Dominican tourism official says the preliminary autopsy for 55-year-old Joseph Allen of Avenel, New Jersey, states he died of a heart attack and showed no signs of violent trauma.
I do think that something is off, and I think it needs to be investigated.
Heart attack is also the official cause of death for 53-year-old Layla Cox from Staten Island, who was found dead in a different hotel and different city. Her blood samples are being sent to the Staten Island hospital where she worked for testing.
I truly believe in some way, shape, or form the Dominican Republic is responsible for my mother's death.
So far, over 18 months, 10 Americans have died in the DR, in different cities and different hotels, with no apparent common thread, except in some cases, people died after drinking from the minibars. The FBI is now assisting in 3 death investigations that took place at the Bahia Principe Hotel in La Romana. What does this mean for the 3 million Americans who visit the DR each year?
They should be very concerned and take extra precautions because anytime there's a pattern, we know that there's a problem.
Career law enforcement officer Steve Cardian says these deaths, while not seemingly connected, are troubling. His son is visiting the DR this summer, and he is making him bring his own alcohol.
Are you going to let him drink out of the minibar?
No, he won't be drinking out of the minibar.
While it's not clear what is killing these tourists, the urgency for answers is growing.
We were expecting some answers at a news conference from Santo Domingo with the Ministry of Tourism, but late this afternoon they canceled it and moved it to Friday. Toxicology reports could give us many more clues into these deaths, but officials say that could take weeks, if not another month. Live in the newsroom, Pei-Sze Cheng, News 4, New York.